Recording? Yes, we are recording. So, hey, Aiden, this is Brian and Seamus, and we are casting this game, and you're probably watching us live with us, so I don't even know why we're introducing ourselves,
Yeah,
but
446.
I'm at 446, Brian. Are you
Okay.
ready to go?
Yep, same thing. 3, 2, 1, play. I didn't replay. All right. 3, 2, 1, play. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the LCS Summer Split Grand Finals. It's game number 3 of Fnatic versus Origen. I'm Crusaderkitten here with Seamoose, and this should be a great game between these two teams. They both have one game on the board here, and we're going to see what happens in game number 3.
Yeah, Crusaderkitten, I'm certainly excited because Origen have been the first team to upset Fnatic. Fnatic has gone through a 21-0 win streak throughout the Summer Split. And in Game 1 of the series, Origen were finally able to take them down. However, in Game 2, Fnatic were able to come back, so we'll have to see how this third game goes.
So, bans coming out from these two teams already. We are seeing the Kalista away from Niels. He had to take that one away from that guy. Had a 100% win rate in the Summer Split with it. Also, the Kog'Maw being banned out. We see on the side of Origen, they're going to take away the Gangplank and the Sivir.
Yep, all of these champions definitely priority picks. You can see Kalista has been banned very, very frequently, and it's Niels' most proficient champion at the moment, if I'm not mistaken. So, as we look at these other picks and bans, there's a lot of picks still to consider. As far as 5.18, this patch is concerned, there's a lot of priority picks. We've only seen Elise and Gragas, for example, from each jungler, and every game so far, Fnatic has stolen that Elise away from Amazing since he is so good at the champion. So I'm curious to see if that's what Fnatic goes for on this first pick.
Yeah, it should be interesting, of course. Both of these two teams coming into this one. The new Fnatic pretty much facing off against the old Fnatic here, as Origen have Expeke Soaz on that side. And playing for the grand finals of the Summer Split. First seed into Worlds here. It's an amazingly important match for these two teams. Victor's going to be taken off the champion pool as well. Varus taken out from Expeke. He's been banned in the last game. Ever since he played at game number 1, had so much poke coming out in the middle lane. You have to take that one away. But the picks are coming in for both of these teams. Rapid fire through this one.
I really want to touch on one quick topic before we get into these picks, because we did see the Elise first picked away from Fnatic. You said that this team, the winning team in this series, will qualify for Worlds. However, Fnatic is guaranteed to make it as the second seed on points if they lose here. Origen is not. So Origen are really, really going to want to win this series so they can make it into the Worlds with a guarantee. So we'll have to see if they're going to be capable of doing so. But anyway.
So, as you were saying, Elise first picked up here by Fnatic. They're going to be picking that one up for Reignover, of course, in the jungle.
And Soaz and Amazing taking away Corki and Azir. That's likely going to be for Niels and Expeke. Crusaderkitten, that's telling me that it looks like in this game, Origen are going to be looking for a poke comp, trying to whittle down the enemy and siege against those turrets.
Yeah, that's what they did in game number 1 with the Varus that we saw there.
Yep.
Picks coming out for Fnatic, though, looks like what's locked in is the Shen and the Fizz. So a bit of a flex pick here. Shen could be going up in that top lane or the support. Middle lane will be the Fizz for Forbidden.
Yeah, Shen has definitely been a very, very strong flex pick in the 5.18 patch. We've seen him played in the top lane. Yellowstar is also very good on him as a support. And the Fizz pick is pretty interesting because Crusaderkitten, this might not, this could be a top lane Fizz, which Huni does prefer playing carry style champions, so this could fit him very well.
Yeah, and it's going to keep Origen guessing here as they don't really know where these two champions are going to go. They have to guess, and they're going to have to see what they want to pick here for their next two.
Yeah, it's actually so well done by Fnatic, because from the first 2 games it was almost a little bit predictable, but I'm sure that this Fizz pick is something they might have not expected, and the fact that both of these picks are flex picks means that they might not know how to respond. But whoa, Reckless instantly locking in that Tristana.
You played it in the last game, they picked up with the win with it, and here it is again.
Yeah, Tristana at the moment is a very, very strong hyper carry. Reckless is a huge fan, and most modern AD carries at the moment do prefer playing her because of her late game scaling potential. And the nice thing is, when you already have a Shen, you already have at least, you have a Fizz who doesn't peel but is a huge distraction. If Reckless gets time in teamfights to stay alive and deal all of his damage, he can go absolutely bonkers.
Yep, so we did see the picks from Origen. Gragas for the jungle for Amazing, and Thresh for Mithy down in the support role.
Yeah, perhaps nothing too surprising there, really. Gragas picked up for Amazing. He's played him all 3 games so far.
Yep.
And Thresh, I will say, Mithy is a fantastic Thresh player. I guess the reason why they picked Thresh in this situation instead of perhaps Alistar is because Thresh does supplement the poke of this poke comp very well. If the Thresh lands the chain, you can send your Sand Soldiers over, you can fire your Corki rockets off and get a lot of damage and force the enemy off the turret. Now Fnatic picking their last champion, and speaking of flex picks, Crusaderkitten, 3 champions that Fnatic have right now could all be flex rolls.
Yeah, as you're saying here, the Lulu coming out, the Fizz, and the Shen. So, what are your best guesses for where these guys are going to take these champions? Because as you said, they could pretty much, most of them could fill in for the rest of these roles, really.
Well, we haven't particularly seen Lulu as an LCS caliber support since, I want to say, Season 3, perhaps early Season 4. So I think this will likely be a solo lane Lulu to let her complement this AD carry very well. It's a very strong hyperscaling composition. With that being the case, I want to think that Fibivin is probably going to play Lulu, and Reignover is going to look to snowball Huni on this Fizz.
Yeah, and looks like the pick against that top lane Fizz, if it is a top lane Fizz, it's going to be Hecarim for Soaz in that top lane.
So we'll have to see how these swaps go around, because the players do have a bit of time to lock it in, and yeah, it looks like Huni's going to do it. Oh, hold on. That's not going to be a support. All right. Shouldn't be talking about lock-ins anyway. Anyway, so I will say, if this is a top lane Fizz, it's something that we've seen very, very frequently. And at the moment, Crusaderkitten, this is kind of a treat. The 5.18 meta had a slew of teleport ignite champions, and are very commonly played in China specifically, but it's very, very aggressive, and it makes the 1v1 matchup very, very snowball dependent. So in this game, I'm curious to see who has the better early ganks in the top lane and can snowball their respective carry. Because we've seen both Huni and Soaz carry games if they get ahead.
Yep, so teams are locked in here, and with both of these teams having 1 win so far in this match, this is pretty much a best of 3 now. And that is the trophy that they are playing for. It's the EULCS Summer Finals, and should be a great game coming up. I'm excited to get on into the rift for these guys. Here are the teams for you guys. Fnatic versus Origen. Make sure to use the hashtag FNCWin or use the hashtag OGWin on Twitter. Let us know who you think will be coming out on top, given the champions that they brought, as well as the past 2 games that we've seen.
Yeah, at the moment, 52% in favor of Fnatic on Twitter. So it looks like, even with Origen taking the first game, the slightest minority of folks still think that we will see Fnatic win. But Crusaderkitten, this is by far the most pressure Fnatic has ever had. And as we get into this 3rd game, I'm very curious to see how they respond.
Yep. How they will respond indeed is the question, Seamoose. As these 2 teams get onto the rift, looks like we may be seeing possible lane swaps here. We've been seeing it a bit in the first 2 games of this. How about lane swaps this game?
Well, of course, lane swapping is always very nice when you have a strong carry like Tristana, so I expect to see Fnatic try and pull that off successfully, especially into a Corki Thresh lane. That 2v2 matchup is very, very bad. Now, Reckless jumping up
already
Soaz.
Soaz going to be taking some damage in this top lane here. Reckless rocket jumping over the wall to get down some damage, and will allow Mithy to feel very safe going into the jungle here to put down some deep wards.
Yep, the fact that so many Fnatic members showed in the top lane means that Mithy is able to put down his trinket, and so is Reckless. So both teams are going to know on which side the enemy sends their bot lane, most likely. Now remember, for Origen, they are going to try and send this Corki and Thresh against the Shen Tristana. They're going to be able to win that lane fairly convincingly if they get the 2v2. So we actually see, it looks like Mithy and Niels recalled and went into the top lane, and Yellow Star and Reckless went into the ball lane. That is very, very clever by Fnatic, and it's forcing a rotation from Origen.
Yep, Origen going to go ahead and send down Niels and Mithy to that bottom lane, so they really want to have that dual lane happen. They don't want to have SOAS having to deal with Fnatic, Reckless, and Yellowstar by himself.
Oh man, it would be really, really funny if we see continuous lane swaps from these two lanes. That's something that you don't get to see very often, but because at the moment lane swaps are so prevalent in the meta, ooh. We'll see. We'll see how this lane goes for Reckless and Yellowstar initially. If they can get the level 2, they might be able to push in, because Tristana is very good at pushing those waves. However, Mithy and Niels.
Double jungle coming out for these guys here, and with the fact that we aren't seeing the lane swaps with the dual lanes, that means we won't be seeing any 4v0 pushes to start out this game that we have been seeing in the past games.
So, standard lanes.
Yeah. Saw a bit of the stats there for Mithy on the Thresh. As you were saying in Champions, like very proficient Thresh player, though he hasn't brought it out so far in this matchup, but he has brought it out here for Game 3, and we're going to see how he performs on it.
Yeah, I think it is basically the reason why I use it is to supplement the fact that they have a very poke-centered composition. In a pinch, he's also going to be able to throw out his Lantern and perhaps save SOAS, who doesn't have any really defensive summoners at this point. And it's interesting because Gragas and Hecarim complement this poke composition in a way you might not expect. Gragas has always been good in poke comps because he's going to be able to disengage and engage if he needs to. But Hecarim is for whenever Origen want to... Oh, hold on. There's going to be potential gank onto SOAS here. I might talk about this in a bit.
Yep, Rainover is sneaking up into the top lane. Brush here, Huni is looking to see if he can do some damage to him, although he has taken
Amazing's in the area.
The damage. And yep, Amazing also rotating up to this top lane. We may see a fight coming soon.
Yeah, this is going to be risky. Huni's been poked down, chugging those potions.
Oh, there's the stun coming out. SOAS gets locked up in it. Now he'll have to try to get away. Ignite is immediately dropped, and there's the first blood. Now Amazing going to be in a bit of trouble, but I think he should be able to get away. First blood goes over to Fnatic.
And that wasn't a horrible idea from Amazing to counter gank Rainover there, but the fact that Rainover was able to land the cocoon means that Fnatic are able to secure first blood, and Amazing loses his flash in the process. So that is a huge advantage to Fnatic. And looks like Rainover, he's looking to get Expected here.
Yeah, they're looking to keep it going by sending Rainover to this middle lane, along with Yellowstar with the rotate up to that middle lane, but
yeah,
won't be able to get too much off of this. Vivin, though, is already taking a lot of damage from these Sand Soldiers. That's the poke coming out of the Azir.
Yeah, for sure. Well, considering the fact that Origen knew that Rainover was in the top lane most recently, it was pretty simple for Expected to predict the fact that he would just casually walk into this mid lane. So now we look at the bot lane. There's a big wave pushing in favor of Origen. It's pushing towards Fnatic's turret, but Neil's starting to get a small CS advantage. If Reckless isn't able to last hit all of these, he's going to be down a bit in terms of gold.
Yeah, CS across the board here, slightly in favor of Origen in the middle and bottom lane. Top lane a little bit in favor of Huni here, and that would probably be because of that early first blood. Amazing is back up here, looking to see if he can help snowball this lane back in the favor of SOAS.
Yeah, so what I was talking about a bit before was the fact that Hecarim is an insurance policy. If Origen ever need to start a fight immediately, the Hecarim is that, go button. Oh, Mithy landing a hook there onto a minion. So the thing is, Origen can't have this Hecarim be very squishy. They need to have he needs to be able to provide frontline for the rest of Origen's members to follow up if they ever start a fight, especially considering SOAS is the kind of player that can go very, very hard or play very, very poorly in a game. Throughout the summer split, we have seen Amazing put a lot of pressure on the top lane simply because it's so important to keep SOAS up in gold to make sure he can carry. And that's kind of been the talk of this series is the battle of wills, the battle of top laners. And so far, the first two games, we have seen SOAS win.
Yeah, as you were saying, in Champions Select, they're going to be looking to get Huni snowballing on this Fizz here. And he did pick up that early first blood, so obviously a good start for that. And they send Rainover right back up to that top lane to apply more pressure.
Yeah, Huni has done so well to push the CS advantage after getting that first blood. Now, SOAS is being pushed off of all of this. Huni has his ultimate available.
Amazing's up here, though.
And the thing is, Rainover's close.
If he can go in here, Huni's going to be dashing over. Chum the water's not going to land. And that may just be the end of that one with that Fizz ultimate down. As you're saying, Reignover is up here, but not too much they can do. However, Huni goes back, and he still has quite the CS advantage.
Yeah, the CS advantage right now is huge. It's worth about a kill. Reignover going into the middle lane again.
Oh, Flash Cocoon not going to land because the flash in response by Expect a fast one there.
That's the exact same gank. That's the exact same gank we saw 3 minutes ago, and that time Expect didn't fall for it. So I'm a little surprised that worked successfully in that one. Oh, jeez.
This taunt's going to land into both of them because of that Dark Passage. However, Niels does turn around and put down some damage. Reignover looking to be very prominent in this game as he went from top to mid to bottom. Won't be able to get a gank off in that bottom lane, but still, he is looking to apply a pressure all over the map.
Yeah, both amazing, and Reignover have mirrored each other this entire game, it seems like. It's just kind of been the topic of who can gank better and who can counter gank the other more. Now here comes Amazing.
It's a Lantern in, the flay back onto Yellowstar, Shadow dashing the way, teleports coming in though from these two top laners, and actually are cancelled out here, but they went back in. Neil's taking some damage from Reckless. Mithy and Amazing.
Oh!
Into the flash, he hits the death sentence somehow still. They body slam in, the heals coming in, Niels is getting bursted down, and Yellowstar picks up the kill. There's a Stand United as well onto Reckless, trying to keep that AD carry alive. Amazing is coming up here. Mithy flashes and he picks up the kill with the flay, but he will go down to Reignover. Amazing still alive, and that will be the end of that. It's a 1-for-2 in favor of Fnatic.
Mithy landed such a fantastic hook, but somehow Origen lost. Now that 2-for-1 in favor of Fnatic. We're gonna need to get a replay of that because that was how did they lose this? Mithy gets one of the most beautiful hooks I've seen in a very long time. Oh man, Niels is taking so much creep damage and the Tristana damage. So Niels is forced to back away and doesn't have heal. And just the protection from the Shen and everything else. This is so well played by Fnatic.
Yeah, that Shen taunt is huge there. Reckless able to stay alive for so long.
Yeah, the ultimate too. The ultimate was crucial. It gave Reignover enough time to make it back. And Mithy committed for the kill when he flashed in, which means that Reignover was able to pick him up too. So now 3-1 and a 1,000 gold lead for Fnatic. It's signaling to Origen that they need to change their game plan. So it looks like Mithy trying to make something happen up here in the top lane.
Sitting on a warded brush though, so probably won't be too helpful. Also, the souls give you away when you're trying to gank a lane as Thresh.
Yeah. That is unfortunate consequence of playing that champion.
Yeah, for sure. So, early kills so far in this game, and you can see the fan build has shifted 56% in favor of Fnatic, but middle lane, the stun coming out onto Expect A1 finally lands, and the flash in from Yellowstar to get the taunt. That's a kill for Bivin. 5 kills before 10 minutes in this game.
Fnatic are running circles around Origen in all 3 corners of the map. They have been able to make plays, and this is really bad for Origen because they have a composition that wants to get early advantages and siege around objectives, poke the enemy down. If Fnatic is able to secure a lot of gold onto their carries, mainly this Tristana, and is able to out-teamfight Origen at any avenue, Origen have no way back into this game. So what they need to do is they need to find a way to pick Fnatic off. They're now behind 2,000 gold, and they're still the ones playing retroactively. Soaz here is in a 2v1 situation. Reignover. Oh, this is very clever, actually. He might get out. Wow.
Wow, alright. So they're back right next to each other. Reignover just does not see Soaz there at all. However, the effect still stands. Huni is just farming it up in that top lane. Tower is going to be going down soon. And this Fizz is getting fed up on a lot of creeps. And a lot of gold going over to him. Hook does not land from Mithy. And now they're in trouble because the taunt comes in. Amazing going to flash in here and gets the explosive cask off. Reckless will go down to Niels. The teleport in from Soaz, but cannot find any engage off onto anyone here just yet. Top lane tower does fall to Huni. Meanwhile, 4 members of Origen down in the bottom lane.
Yeah, Soaz did have his teleport available because he didn't use it in the last fight. However, he wasn't even needed to pick up that kill. Origen able to get that kill on a Niels, which is great because he has been dominating Reckless in this matchup. But the thing is, I'm just going to bring it back to Soaz. Soaz teleported into that fight looking for something because he is down almost 50 minions after 11 minutes. That is a huge amount of gold that Huni has that he does not. And even though Origen get a very nice kill onto their Corki, he now has that Trinity Force completed, it's still Fnatic picking up objectives around the map. It's you can see this the just jungle invade. They feel so confident.
Yeah, they just go right into that jungle to take away some wolves. Some pings out on the dragon here as well. Origen attempted to do it at first, but saw Reignover and the rest of Fnatic approaching, so they backed off from it. And now Yellow Star and Reignover will take over the dragon pit. Looks like an easy first dragon of the game for them.
Yeah, but the fact that Origen had recalled means that Fnatic is going to be able to secure this without any trouble at all. And this is still an issue for Origen. The nice thing about the dragon buff is the 6% AD and AP damage it gives is that actually on Corki, it is very, very efficient. Hold on now, Neil's in trouble.
To the bottom lane from someone here. It's Huni coming in from behind onto Niels. 4 members of Fnatic jumping in onto that guy, and they take down the Corki, say, hey, you got a kill, we're giving you another death. And now they push onto this bottom lane.
Crusaderkitten, that reminds me of my solo queue games. Fnatic able to pick up that kill and another turret now. They're going to be able to snowball this gold. Or they're at least trying to, and they've done a pretty good job so far. So we'll see what Origen do. Mythy going to be able to clear this pink ward away.
Yep, so items coming out for these guys. As we were saying, Trinity Force got picked up by Niels earlier. It's a great power spike on Corki. Trinity Force here for Huni as well.
Yeah, so this current iteration of Fizz is very on-hit heavy. He can build into Trinity Force and then go a little bit more tanky. Generally goes Frozen Heart as well, which means that he has his E up very often. He does quite a bit of damage, and he also has quite a bit of resilience in the face of any sort of aggression from the enemy team. Now, the members of Origen are grouping around, but Fnatic looking to collapse. The thing is, both AD carries are in the bot lane, and no objectives to take since the wave clear on either side is fairly good, so I'm not entirely sure if we're going to see a fight here.
Yeah, Origen historically has been a mid-game team, and they'll be looking for, maybe some of these team fights here, actually, as you were saying, in Champion Select. The poke comp coming out for them, that's what they want to do. Roma's 5, take down these objectives, but right now, Fnatic are boasting a very strong lead. And we'll see if Origen is up to the test here.
Yeah, so we see both Niels and Xpeke in this mid lane. They're likely going to want to push this turret down. We can see out of the corner of the screen. It is fairly low, so they might be able to obtain that. That would be the middle turret, which is always very important to take, obviously, since the map opens up quite significantly.
Yep, lots of grouping around here, as you were saying. Well, nothing quite just yet. Soaz and Huni still up in that top lane, and Huni has just been expanding on that CS lead as the game has gone on. And so kind of one of the first games that we're seeing Huni with a huge advantage over Soaz, really.
Yeah, in this series in particular, because in the past when Fnatic has beaten or played Origen, they've beaten them 2 times in the regular split, don't forget. So the fact that Huni is able to, it almost seemed like he sort of lost his confidence the first time he lost his lane. And then in the second game, even though Fnatic won, Huni wasn't doing too well. But this game,
Soaz was just doing huge.
Yeah, Soaz was amazing. This game, though, it's reversed. Huni on maybe, I wouldn't say quite surprising pick, but a different pick now. He's sort of readjusted his mindset, and he is absolutely taking off in terms of this head-to-head matchup. And Yellowstar and Reckless looking to continue to rain on Soaz's parade.
Yep, Soaz in trouble here. Yellowstar, Reckless looking to get an on-10 buster shot there to stop the engage. He goes back in with the Onslaught of Shadows, gets taunted up. Rocket jump for some extra damage from Reckless, and Yellowstar gets the kill. A fairly easy one there for the bottom lane duo of Fnatic.
Yep, you can see Soaz's player cam. It's fairly dignified, but that is very likely something that he's internally frustrated about. He is a player who's been known to... Oh, hold on.
The reverse coming up here. Mythy takes so much damage from Huni, and he gets the kill. Here's the Stand United there coming out from Yellowstar. The flash to try to catch up to Huni from Niels, and that will be the shutdown coming through. But Fnatic still want to go in because Reignover is coming up here, but Xpeke comes in with the ultimate coming out. That's Reignover going low, but Wild Growth to save him for just a little bit. Niels is able to finish him off here. for Bivin will have to run away from that, as up in that top lane it was 2 kills over for Origen.
Origen with really, really clever outplays. That could have been horrible for them if Huni was able to survive long enough and kill Niels. However, they get the 2-for-1 and they're going to be able to pick up this turret, so that does bring the gold gap closer.
Yep, so second tower of the game for Origen now. They are tied on towers with Fnatic. And after that, you are seeing some more kills go over to Niels. He actually has the bulk of the kills for Origen here. And we'll see what he has to do with it.
Yeah, Niels is exceptionally strong at the moment. Crusaderkitten, even though Fnatic is ahead in terms of gold, I actually think Origen favor a teamfight at the moment because their relative power spikes are earlier in the game, and it's pretty much right about now. Corki has completed Trinity Force, has the extra magic penetration as well, has the Cutlass working to the Blade of Ruin King just to provide himself some peel. And looking at the other items as well, Azir has finished Nashor's Tooth, and has a little bit of ability power. We see Soaz getting really, really tanky on this Hecarim. You know, they're behind about 2,000 gold, which is not too much, but I feel like they really want to call the shots now. This is their moment. We're into the mid game where Origen's composition can really shine, so let's see what they do with it.
Yeah, and playing this support Shen here, you kind of lose some global pressure. Usually you'll see the top lane Shen split pushing up in that top lane. But now that we're around in the laning phase, Shen's basically going to be roaming with Reckless.
Yeah, and you're right. The fact that Yellow Star isn't going to be able to provide that split push pressure that most Shens do provide means that Fnatic are really only going to have to rely on Huni for that. That being said, though, Crusaderkitten... Huh?
Dragon's about to spawn here, and Fnatic do have a few members down in this bottom lane. It's their bottom lane duo.
Yeah, and Origen...
Both of these teams grouping up.
Origen are really, really going to want this. This is a very crucial buff at this moment, so it's likely we'll see both teams contest this. Here we go.
Started up by Origen, looking to get their first dragon of the game. Quick teleport coming out from Huni in behind, though. And he will be coming through. Looking for an engage. They get a hook onto Yellow Star, and they're going to punish him for it, but Wild Growth comes in. He's still alive. Now Huni goes in. Emperor's Divide to shut him out, and the dragon will be going over to Fnatic, but Origen want to pick up the pieces here. They do find the kill onto Reignover, but Fnatic were able to quickly burst down that dragon and pick up their second of the game.
Origen rotating into this mid lane. They're going to try and take the turret down. Fibivin is here. We're going to get a quick replay, but... while this is happening, Fnatic are actually working on the dragon. Yellowstar makes it out alive. Reignover, we see in the corner of the screen, is going to be able to secure this. So even though Fnatic lose a member... whoa!
Oh, middle lane, we're seeing Origen pushing in, and that's a few more kills over for them as they're taking down this tower.
All of a sudden, Fnatic made a great play to secure that dragon, but then Origen made the great play to win that fight and take that turret. I hope we get a replay, because somehow they managed to pick up 2 kills for 0. Here we go.
Here we go.
So, yeah, this is just the strength of the Pokemon. Huni gets a little bit too cocky here.
Yeah, Huni goes so far
Great
in.
hook.
Bivin gets hooked in there as well in the midst of that. So the solo laner is going down, and that's an easy tower. Meanwhile,
Holy crap.
Soaz, though, he goes down as well. Action back and forth here. Fnatic, they pick up a kill on Soaz and the mid lane tower.
All right, so... I don't want to analyze that, fearing the fact that we might go into another team fight now. But seriously,
I think you're good.
It looked like both top laners, I guess, got a little bit too over aggressive. Weren't respecting the damage of their respective enemies. So with that being said, Fnatic now with a very slight 1,000 gold lead.
Yep, that has closed up quite a bit. I think it was like 3,000 earlier. But with Origen able to get the tower advantage here, 4-3.
I'm sure Huni was thinking
Very
about
nice.
going on Mithy there. Oh, hold on. This is really, really sneaky.
Sneaky Baron coming out from Origen, going over the wall, but the champions, Xpeke's over it. And looks like they have Mithy ready to take someone out with that Dark Passage. There it is. They blow the Chum the Waters as well.
Yeah, I really like that.
Yeah.
Corki had just completed Blade of the Ruined King, and the fact that Origen knew Fnatic didn't have direct vision on the Baron meant that that was a fairly low-risk play, as we did see all of their members getting out of that alive. And the thing is, Crusaderkitten, they chunked that Baron down very, very quickly. Fnatic need to be careful not to let that happen, because Origen will take any opportunity to get that Baron. But speaking of things you shouldn't let happen for Fnatic, where's their defense? This mid lane turret might go down.
Origen is with the heavy push here onto this middle lane as 5 members move in. Fnatic looking to respond, but the inhibitor tower will fall. Now looks like Origen, they want to back away. Soaz Gets caught in a cocoon. Glitter lands for the poke here. But looks like Origen should just be able to get out of this one scot-free and just walk away from that. Free tower for them.
Yeah, that was very easy take from Origen, and I guess it was just too much commitment of Fnatic on other parts of the map. So let's see.
They're mid-game team, and right now they're playing the objectives. Soaz, though, he's going to get caught up a bit. He's taking a lot of damage. Onslaught Shadows over the wall, but Huni is there and waiting for him. It's a trap. Rainover jumps in, gets the kill. The flash, the taunt coming in. Huni on the side with the Chum the Waters. It lands onto Niels, and now they jump in on for him, trying to get the damage down. Huni going low. Expeke picks him up. Amazing is being burnt down, and Forbidden with another kill for himself here. Fnatic find 2 members of Origen and maybe more as Reckless jumps in right onto Expeke, almost takes him down. Red buff is ticking Mithy low as well, and Reckless gets the kill.
Oh my goodness.
As a red buff ticks down, 3 kills for Fnatic.
Fnatic played that so well. We saw Origen try to make the pick there. Soaz had the pink ward in the brush. He was trying to get to Rainover, but he wasn't able to kill him, and one by one Origen's members went down. So here we see this is started by Origen, but Soaz gets zoned out, and now the rest of Fnatic are chasing. This is not how Origen want to fight. They want to poke. They do not want to be chased down by a Tristana of all champions. And we just see they start to fall one by one. Niels takes a lot of damage here and doesn't actually go down, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he stays alive.
Yeah, Amazing goes down to the tick from Pix, perhaps, and then Mithy eventually goes down as well. And a turret taken by Fnatic. So a very successful team fight by them.
And look at that confidence from Reckless there. He jumps into the tower range just to get some damage down, almost takes down Expeke,
and
successful in taking out Mithy.
You know what's so great about that is that in Season 4, the community said that he was a very cautious player, but now we've seen a very aggressive Reckless in Season 5, and it's excellent for Fnatic because they are able to play all sorts of styles.
Origen looking to bait in at that Baron buff as they are hanging out right over the wall here, seeing if they can find an engage or a pick on someone from Fnatic, as both of these teams are posturing around the Baron pit.
Yep. The thing is, Tristana, of course, is there with her Scrying Orb, so she's going to be able to see that. Hold on. Rainover gets Cocoon.
Mithy, he takes some damage. Emperor's Divide to keep the team of Fnatic out. And right now, it's only Rainover, but he has the Repel. He does go up in it. The Wild Growth coming in to keep him alive and get some knockup. But from the back line, it's Huni coming in with the teleport box. Is thrown out. Huni gonna be doing some damage. Now he's trying to back away because Amazing's chasing it after him. The taunt comes in, though, and Reckless gets the kill. Now Origen have to back away here. They lost the jungler. So did Fnatic, though. Both of these teams did lose a lot of health.
Yeah, Reckless with full HP and Forbidden with almost full mana meant that Origen didn't want to fight that. And considering Niels still had full HP, although not that much mana, it seemed like Fnatic did not want to fight either. But if I'm not mistaken, that was simply a 1-for-0.
1-for-1, Rainover.
Or excuse me, yeah. I meant 1-for-1. Both junglers going down, so we get a replay of this.
You need a reminder, Seamus.
Yeah, thanks, Observer guys. Anyway, Rainover takes a huge amount of damage there, and going for the support, I'm not sure is the best thing to do in that situation. Soaz gets a really nice disengaging ult, and we see Huni in the backline does a huge amount of damage, but has to jump away because the threat is too much. Eventually, Amazing trying to kill Huni there, but the last shield from the Lulu does a very good job of protecting it. And this is why we've seen Lulu be such a priority pick in this series. The ability for Lulu to protect your team in extended fights is huge. And now Fnatic has the largest gold lead they've had in the game and the third dragon, but Rainover gets caught.
Hook onto Rainover. They want to make another pick out of this one. They're just picking on this spider, and they are using everything they can to get him into the middle of their team, and Expeke now on a killing spree. However, we did just see the third dragon of the game go over for Fnatic. However, Origen just taking down the jungler, moving up to Baron.
You know, Crusaderkitten, I don't blame Origen. I don't like spiders either. The thing is, though, do they like Barons? Because they've started this Baron on top of a pink ward. This is risky.
Yet they know Fnatic's jungler is down, so they feel very safe about this one. It should be pretty easy for Amazing to smite down. It's going to go down. Amazing does get it, but the damage is coming in, and right now they're stuck inside the pit, have to make their way out. Hook coming in onto Huni. Stand United is going to be coming up, though. A double kill for Reckless as he's doing the damage, a triple kill, and now he's going to be jumping in, Expecting Amazing, trying to run away, but Reckless is just so big right now. and he is trying to chase after these guys, but looks like it may just be 3 to end it. He's very low on mana, still catching up for Amazing, still gonna be doing the damage there. It's Forbidden picking up that kill, and that is 4 members of Origen going down.
Origen were able to secure the Baron, but the thing is, that was not worth. We saw Fnatic able to pick up 4 context. I completely forgot already.
Oh yeah.
Alright. So.
Is this gonna load from 720p 60 FPS? Because I don't want it to freeze in the middle.
Oh my god, dude.
That would suck. Middle of the team fight just freezes. Alright, it should be okay.
Alright, cool. Anyway. So
alright, we're back.
Alright. Caster phase on, or at 40-44. 3, 2.
Wait, 40-44.
40-44.
I'm at 40-45. Just play a second and pause it.
Alright.
40-45.
Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, and we're back here after a bit of technical difficulties, guys. Fnatic so far, as we were saying earlier, 5,000 gold in the lead right now, and Origen are put into a tough spot in game number 3.
Yeah, Rift Sculler is going to be secured by Fnatic here to make sure they can continue that chokehold on Dragon that we've seen so far. And Origen, oh, hold on, the Fnatic brush. Might be looking for a catch
legendary
here.
Fnatic brush looking to set a trap here for Origen, won't quite be able to. Huni's up pushing in the top lane, his teleport isn't up just yet. Meanwhile, Origen are looking to blaze down this middle lane.
Yeah, the thing is they have Xpeke, who does have the Baron buff, so let's see. They don't even need the minions at this point. They're pushing, and the recalls are coming in, but I don't know if Fnatic gets there in time.
Yeah, this inhibitor with tower was taken down much earlier, and now they're going to be pushing for this inhibitor. Cocoon going to be able to land there, but they want to engage here. Huni trying to go in. Everyone's going to be backing away. The taunt's going to be coming out, though. The Emperor's Divide is put up, and the Azir Tower is put up as well. Reynova going to get hooked in here, taking some damage. He's still alive. Yellowstar flashing in from the side, but there will be the explosive cast to try to get the knockback. Origen is in full disengage mode. Looks like we do see Soaz trying to sacrifice himself, but it's a double kill coming in, a triple kill coming off from Reckless. He keeps going. That's going to be a quadra kill. Niels is trying to get away. Huni coming in from the side. That's the penta kill for Reckless in game number 3 of this grand final, and they are pushing in onto the inhibitor.
And Reckless was simply too strong, able to get all of the resets in that fight and continue to push onto Origen, who cannot win a fight if they are the ones running away. Fnatic able to secure middle inhibitor. That is now down, and they're looking to take this turret as well. 30 minutes in, Fnatic are gonna have over a 10,000 gold lead. Crusaderkitten, I think we're going to be maybe seeing game 4 very, very shortly. So here we see Origen try to go for it, but the thing is, they take so much damage from Huni that just sets up Reckless coming in a moment. And this fight went entirely across the map. The hook onto Reynova baited members of Origen. They stayed there, and the Yellowstar got a flash flank in. Mithy gets knocked up, and Reckless is able to kill Soaz, which just leads into so much trouble. The flash shiv proc, holy crap.
He tried to give himself up, but it just allowed to jump in, and Huni takes on Xpeke.
And this is
this
very
game is going to spiral out of control here in favor of Fnatic.
I don't know. I feel like Crusaderkitten has already spiraled out of control.
The gold lead has increased to 11,000 in favor of Fnatic. Dragon's about to spawn in 30 seconds. Could be Fnatic's 4th of this game.
You know?
Or they could just push in for these towers.
Yeah, I think at this point, the timer on the game, it's very unlikely that we're even going to see a 6th dragon. This is now 2 inhibitors down, which is a tremendous mountain to climb and come back from, especially if you are the team that does not scale as well. Azir is a fantastic champion as the game goes on, but Hecarim and Corki tend to fall off, you know, especially compared to Reckless's Tristana, who's done absolutely phenomenal, feeling confident enough with the backup of his team to actually go for a 6th damage item with another Vamp Scepter. Now Origen, he needs to run away here, but he's out of mana, and he is probably out of time.
4th dragon secured by Fnatic, and now Huni wants to add another kill to his 4 kills that he currently holds, and Soaz
there we go.
Can't get out of that one. He just accepts his fate there, and he's gonna go down. Fnatic with another kill into their pockets. That's the 5th of the game for Huni. And on this Fizz, he's 100 CS up now. Dragon's about to spawn in less than a minute.
Yeah, so
Baron.
it looks like Fnatic are respecting the fact that Origen does have a lot of wave clear in the form of Azir and Corki, so they're probably just going to pick up this very easy Baron. There is no real way for Origen to contest this because they're behind so much gold, and they're down 2 inhibitors. The ability for them to pull off a team fight around Baron that benefits them is very, very unlikely, and perhaps Crusaderkitten, we might just see Fnatic pushing in. If they time the super waves pushing it in the 2 side lanes, they might just be able to take the inhibitor without the Baron, or they could just go for it. 10 seconds. At this point, just play safe.
Not a spawn, might as well.
Might as well.
Origen, I don't think they're going to be going anywhere outside of their base
Nope.
for a bit, as they're just continuously clearing out the waves that are pushing up.
Take a look at
Fnatic.
the Vision 2.
Yeah.
The red jungle is lit by Fnatic's words, so Origen playing cautious, I guess, but at this point, caution isn't really going to do them much to get back here. Reignover.
Early smite, who cares? Reignover picks up the Baron anyway. Actually, that was Reckless taking it.
Well, there wasn't
some extra gold to Reckless.
No global there, but ooh, Funi dodging the hook, and Soaz taken down to 1/3 of his HP. This could be the last push of the game, Crusaderkitten.
Baron buffed up minions, and 3 members of Fnatic pushing in this top lane. The inhibitor tower is just gone. Huni goes in on Timothy, and they destroy him. Forbidden with that kill. Now Neil's going low. Huni with that kill. Emperor's Divide coming out, but it cannot keep the auto attacks of Reckless away from Amazing. He is legendary here as he just picks up another kill. Soaz and Expeke still left alive. Reckless so low, but the shields come in big. And that's going to be a lot of extra health over for him here. And now that is going to be 3 inhibitors down. Fnatic looking to finish it off here.
They've got the Baroned up minions as well. Soaz is going to have to pull off a miracle along with Expeke if they want to win this.
Soaz just gets destroyed as he has many times this game. Expeke is going down low inside of the fountain. The Nexus is going down. That is game number 3 over to Fnatic.
And Fnatic answering in kind. They're telling Origen, yeah, you know, we lost the first game of the series, but we're going to come back stronger there than ever. They are now 2-1 in this series, and they are 1 win away from securing the #1 seed for Europe's representation in the World Championship.
Such a dominating game coming out of Fnatic there. Pentakill for Reckless. And we're only into game number 3 of this best of 5. There's potentially 2 more games coming up for these guys.
And we'll have to see how Origen come back from this game. As far as picks and bans and early execution, there's a lot to talk about. But anyway, Crusaderkitten, I think...
Well, let's go ahead, send it over to the analyst desk so they can talk about what Origen need to look for in this next game.
Alright, sounds good.
Sick closeout.
I wasn't sure. No, I wasn't sure. Like I was gonna just be like, oh, I think we're done now. But then you took it, which I guess was a semi-decent throw. But anyway, dude, you were savage. Looks like Soaz is gonna die, which is something he's done all the time.
8 times this game.
Oh, that's hilarious. But yeah, cool. All right, stop.